When it comes to safe drinking water, there are three categories that are important for us to pay attention to: the toxicity of the water, the mineral content of the water, and the energy of the water. In this video, I'm going to explore the minerals in water, because whether you know it consciously or not, you're making a choice about the mineral content of your water. Some people unwittingly are drinking reverse osmosis and distilled water, and drinking water that most alternative health providers would call dead water because it's devoid of healthy minerals. Other people are drinking more neutral water, and some are recognizing that we're not getting enough minerals elsewhere, and they're enhancing their water. So let's explore these various topics. I'd like to begin by the place where my awareness about minerals came to the forefront for me, which was about 15 years ago. I was working with a nutritionist, and every month after our session, she would recommend that I bought a number of minerals. And there was always a bottle or several bottles of trace minerals included. And I often spent hundreds of dollars a month, which led me to doubt. Is she suggesting the minerals because I need them for my body? These trace minerals that there's over 70 of them, and do I really need them? Or is she suggesting them for profit? So over the years, I went on the minerals and off the minerals, and I was really unsure. And then there came an opportunity where she wanted some coaching with her business. So I helped her with her business, and she paid for my supplements. And during the year where she paid for my supplements, she gave me more trace minerals and more other supplements than ever before. And that's when I became convinced, because I felt the difference in my body that it makes to have minerals. And I began to study them and learn that there were so many things that were mineral dependent, like my eyes perform better when there's zinc in my body, or my body makes energy and metabolizes more easily when there's iron. And the list goes on and on and on. There's so many minerals we really probably don't even know the names of them all. So I became convinced that minerals were important for me. And as I paid attention to the topic, I learned various things along the way. I read studies and had different experiences. One of them was that I learned that plants will absorb minerals from the soil that they don't even need for their own processes. My study of living water has revealed to me that everything is alive. There's a cosmic intelligence. And so it made sense to me that plants would absorb these minerals, essentially to donate them to us. And it's really rather extraordinary. I also learned that other pieces of information, such as in the IBM facility in Burlington, Vermont, they have 11 grades of water. I guess you need really, really, really pure water for making semiconductors. Everything's so teeny tiny, it makes sense. But those 11 grades, some of the most pure ones, would be detrimental to our health because they don't have any of the energy and conductivity that comes from minerals. So more and more, I gathered information that helped me to see that minerals are important to my body. I also came to understand that our food system is not supplying minerals the way it used to. An apple from 50 years ago has a small percentage of the minerals. I'm sorry, I said that incorrectly. That an apple from today has a small percentage of the minerals that were in an apple 50 years ago. So as our farming practices have changed, as we're not doing things as naturally, there's an impact. And one of the impacts is we're not getting the life-supporting minerals into our bodies. Now, I've thought about my body quite a bit. Like, if I reduced it to its basic components, what is it? And one of the ways I've thought about it is, well, I could really fill my body with, or fill two buckets with the contents of my body. One would be water, and one would be minerals. So clearly, the minerals are really important. I've also observed people who are older, people who are in their 80s and 90s, even 100 years old, and I've noticed that they tend to slump a lot, and that they tend to have really bad teeth. The New York State Department of Health helped me to understand this with a concept that they published called the bone bank. Essentially, the bones in our bodies and our teeth are a store of alkaline minerals. And when we put something in our body that's really acidic, the body will meet that acidity. It'll buffer that acidity from what we've been eating and drinking. So if you have a lot of alkaline minerals in your water and in your food, then when you have meat or something else that's acidic, it will neutralize and your body will be able to process it. However, if you don't have a lot of minerals in your beverages and your food, then your body will make a withdrawal from the bone bank. And that's, to my mind, why people's skeletons get smaller and their teeth get worse. And so when we talk about the risks of safe water, the risk attributed to minerals is one that is borne out over a period of decades. It's not an immediate one, like there can be intense toxicity in water that could cause a person to die in a short period of time. The mineral risk is more one that is going to play out over time. And as such, I've made a choice for myself that I want to deposit as many minerals as possible, as consistently as possible. So whenever my body needs to buffer acidity, it can do so, let's say, from current cash flow, from what's coming in right now, rather than from a withdrawal from the bone bank. So as such, we offer a couple of solutions for adding minerals to your water, for making the enhancement choice around minerals in water. And they're available in the wellnessenterprise.com shop. And I invite you to take a look at them. And as you do, I just want to share a little bit more of my thinking with you, which is, there's a lot of different types of quality in everything. You can buy higher quality organic food or lower quality, save some money on the food, but have it really sprayed with pesticides. Or you can even buy food that's really inexpensive, that's made with a lot of artificial ingredients. As I think about the choices that we offer at the Wellness Enterprise, I think about mimicking nature. I think about the highest quality. I think about biodiversity in my own body, like multiple processes, so I want a lot of trace minerals. And so the solutions that you'll find are very natural and economical. So I invite you to take a look at our shop. And if you have any questions about minerals, to email support@thewellnessenterprise.com. Thank you.